Welcome back to day 8 of Shall We Games to Quarantine 2. Every day for the foreseeable future, I'm going to recommend some games I think you should be playing during quarantine. Some will be free, some will be paid, some will be planted and grow for decades to come. When Stardew Valley first released on Steam, it was a massive event, and with good reason. It was a brilliant game where game mechanics took center stage. A love letter to the old school Harvest Moon games, which I will be talking about later in the video. Stardew Valley took the tried and true formula and turned it up to 11. A living world with a multitude of characters, events, and secrets to uncover, from mining, fishing, exploring, fighting, and farming. Stardew Valley gives you an immense amount of things to do, items to collect, and people to interact with. Each character serves as a mini-game while you try to earn enough hearts to marry the person of your choice. A strong, crisp, and at times warm soundtrack with a strong and unified art style keeps you uniformly engrossed across multiple playthroughs. A bunch of farm layouts, expansions, and multiplayer makes Stardew Valley a fun, engaging farming game that really pushes to consume as much of your time as possible. Mining and fighting takes place in procedurally generated maps, which always keeps you on your toes. Stardew Valley is a fantastic game, and I 100% recommended it. Most likely you've probably played it, but on the off chance that you haven't, go and get it now. My time at Portia doesn't fully match the farming aesthetic that the rest of the list has, but is a very interesting on its own. I am choosing to include it here because of its rather interesting premise. The game starts you off in a post-world where civilization has fallen, and you start the game as a builder who is tasked with rummaging through the dungeons as you collect resources to rebuild not only your own town, but potentially the whole world. I never finished playing this game to the end because I played it during early access and I never really got around to finishing it on full release. But the game is worth checking out. It has a really fun, nice art style, very light and heartly is the word I want to use, with a really good calming soundtrack that keeps you really exploring the small world that, well, it was not really a small world, but a very clear aesthetic was there. And I do recommend that you at least try it out. Our classic today is potentially the game that started the entire genre of farming games, other than the excellent Sim Farm, of course. Harvest Moon is a fun, light game all about you, the player, trying to save your grandfather's farm, cleaning up the fields, tending the animals, while earning the love and adoration of the townspeople via a series of festivals, gifts, and events. There are a host of secrets in this game as well. I am recommending this game because honestly this game is fantastic. 24 years later and I still can't get over it. I can still get lost in it. Sure, it doesn't have the quality of life or polish that Stardew Valley has, but it's such a great game. It really brings you to a simpler time in video games. Just right out there, relaxing, even if sometimes the gameplay gets stressful. Harvest Moon is worth playing. You should check it out if you enjoy any amount of fun. And that's all this for today. What do you all think about today's recommendations? Do you all like it? Have you been playing any of these? What do you think? Feel free to sound off in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily recommendations.